Welcome to TransCredit, where we provide credit reports for the transportation industry.
In this exciting video, we're going to talk about the impact of freight broker credit ratings on factoring rates.
Freight brokers are middlemen who help connect shippers with carriers to transport their goods.
While a broker's role is to facilitate the transportation process, their credit score is an important factor that impacts their factoring rates when they use factoring services.
Factoring is a financing option that allows freight brokers to get paid faster by selling their accounts receivable to a factoring company.
The factoring company will advance the broker a portion of the invoice value, usually around 80%, and then collect payment from the shipper when the invoice is due.
A freight broker's credit score is an indicator of their financial stability and ability to repay debt.
It reflects the broker's past credit behavior, including payment history, outstanding debt, and the length of their credit history.
The higher the credit score, the lower the risk for the factoring company, which means that the broker can expect lower factoring rates.
On the other hand, a lower credit score will increase the perceived risk for the factoring company, leading to higher factoring rates for the broker.
In general, factoring companies will consider a broker's credit score as one of the key factors in determining their factoring rates.
It's important to note that while a good credit score is desirable, it's not the only factor that influences the factoring rate.
Other factors, such as the broker's business history, the size of their accounts receivable, and the industry they operate in, are also taken into consideration when determining the factoring rate. Factoring companies also look at the creditworthiness of the shippers that the broker is working with.
Shippers that have a strong credit history and are less likely to default on payments will increase the perceived security for factoring companies. This will also result in lower factoring fees for the broker.
In contrast, if the shippers that the broker works with have a poor credit history or are in a high-risk industry, the factoring rate may be higher to reflect the increased risk.
It's also important for freight brokers to understand the difference between personal and business credit scores.
Personal credit scores reflect an individual's credit history and behavior, while business credit scores reflect the financial stability and credit history of a company.
A broker's business credit may be different from their personal credit scores, and both may be considered by the factoring companies when determining their factoring rates.
To get the best factoring rates, freight brokers should take steps to improve their credit score.
This may include paying their bills on time, reducing outstanding debt, and establishing a strong credit history.
By improving their credit score, brokers can demonstrate their financial stability and increase their chances of getting favorable factoring rates.
In conclusion, a freight broker's credit score is a critical factor that impacts their factoring rates. Now, a good credit score demonstrates financial stability and a low risk of default, which can lower factoring rates for the broker.
On the other hand, a poor credit score can result in higher factoring rates, making it more expensive for the broker to access funding. Freight brokers should take steps to improve their credit score, including paying bills on time, reducing outstanding debt, and establishing a strong credit history to increase their chances of getting favorable factoring rates.
TransCredit has been one of the primary credit reporting agencies in the transportation industry for 38 years.
If you're a freight broker, we encourage you to contact us to find out what your company's credit score is and to explore the options we have available to update, manage, and monitor your report.
As always, we really appreciate you watching. Get the opportunity, check us out at www.transcredit.com.
And don't forget about our YouTube channel @TransCredit.